patch notes, but after starting to read through them, I just wanted to voice my opinions on the patch. So basically, we're on patch 8.16. Recently, the game has been getting a little bit cancerous. A lot of the problems, in my opinion, are coming from like Duskblade plus Stormrazor plus Trinity Force. Basically, all damage is being front loaded. People don't have like long damage intervals, and basically, if you get hit by any piece of CC, you just die. That's how the game is right now. So, a lot of fights are decided instantly. And there's not a whole lot of, outplay potential. I don't know. But, for example, this video, if you look back at the game a few years ago, in a lot of people's opinions, when it was good, you can see how damage has changed. Like, he's in a 1v3 right now, but he's fed, and he doesn't immediately kill them. Like, if this was now, he would have one-shotted one of these people and then done no damage to the others, since all the damage is front-loaded. But he does, like, not a ton of damage per auto, but he does a lot of consistent damage, which people just don't do anymore. And he got hit by CC and didn't immediately die. Like, that's just not happening now, because you're getting electrocuted, Stormrazor, Duskblade, whatever it is, and you're just getting instantly killed if you're hit by CC. Like, this is all over the montage. Like, the game just doesn't play like this anymore. Like, he just autoed him, how many times? 3 times? Like, Rapid Fire, Static Shiv, Infinity Edge, Stormrazor, whatever. Like, that's like a 1,000 damage auto right there. Now, he did 300 when he crit. Like, that just doesn't happen anymore because all the damage is front-loaded. But anyway, so we're going into the patch, and we have, like, minor nerfs to Aatrox. Okay, that champion wasn't super oppressive anymore, wasn't seeing a ton of play, but his win rate is pretty good. He was decent. It seems reasonable. It's not that big of a nerf. It's whatever. Fizz, this champion's completely busted right now, and these, like, slight damage reductions aren't going to change much. He's still really good, and he's probably going to be continually picked until they tweak him again. Hecarim, terrible spot right now, doesn't do anything, gets outpaced early, has mana problems. Like, they even say he's pretty weak currently. He's very weak. He's like one of the worst junglers in the game, and they gave him, what, 20 extra damage at rank 5 in Q. 5 extra damage, like, in 0.1 bonus AD, like, that does nothing. This champion's still super weak, still has super bad mana problems, like, doesn't solve the fact that he just can't jungle right now. Orianna just started seeing play again, got a 4 magic resist reduction, which is pretty big, because it makes her assassin matchups even worse. Blowing her flash is even more important now. If you blow her flash, she can't do anything. She just can get camped over and over and die. Can get killed by assassin like LeBlanc. Just killed over and over again. So it's a pretty substantial nerf, even though it doesn't look that big. And I don't think she was like that oppressive anyway. They're probably just tweaking it for like pro play, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Quinn, she's needed nerfs for a while. I don't think this is the right way to do it, but yeah, her attack damage growth got lowered a little bit. She's gonna lose some AD, but she'll still be annoying to play against because Stormrazor Duskblade is a thing. So that's not gonna take her out of solo queue meta. Rakan, health and armor decreased. So Rakan's been a powerhouse ever since they buffed his, I think it was his E range without being next to Xayah. And this will definitely take him down a notch. He won't automatically win every trade bot lane. Going in won't be free because he has a free escape. He'll at least be able to be bursted out now, which seems pretty reasonable. Talia, these changes don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, you don't max W, you max W last. So this is going to be like really big. a lot of the game, like, obviously you're not going to be wanting to use it on cooldown most of the time, but, like, getting an extra one of these off in a fight, it's a pretty big deal. And her movement speed nerf is a really annoying way to nerf junglers, just because so much of the game relies on movement speed and you don't think about it. But it's a pretty solid nerf to Tilia. I probably won't be playing her much anymore. Trundle, this is really, really, really brutal, considering this is the first time he's been good since Season 6 when he was played top lane. They nerfed the base damage of his Q by quite a bit, 40 points at rank 5, and they buffed the total attack damage ratio, which nobody cares about because nobody's building 80 on Trundle because you just get kited. It's worthless. The only thing you would use it for is if you're playing like top lane Titanic Triforce Trundle, but that hasn't been good in ages. And this is huge right here. Stolen attack damage duration from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. That's absolutely brutal if you're trying to duel somebody, or if you're like it's just really bad. That's a really hard nerf for him. So he's probably gonna fall out of play, or like fall out of the meta real hard. Tryndamere, E cooldown increased at later ranks. This is very, very welcome, considering right now Tryndamere is just basically sitting on everybody playing AP, and he's able to get away, like stick to, like he's basically just a cancer on the game who can split push and never have to deal with anything. But this should make it so catching him late game's a little bit easier. He's still going to be very annoying and cancerous though. So Wukong, his early laning got hit quite a bit, but he's still going to be really annoying late game, one-shotting people. Like this is not the problem. The problem is Duskblade, Stormrazor, and it just shows how they're not addressing the problems. They're like nerfing all these champions that are abusing items in the game that just aren't balanced, and creating a really unfun play pattern where you just get one shot. If you get hit by any CC, you're just immediately dead. But they're nerfing the champion's damages for some reason, when really these are the damages you want in the game. You don't want everybody getting a ton of damage from their items, like from the effects of the items. You want the damage from the abilities to be how you're damaging them, not from Stormrazor, Duskblade, Triforce doing 1,000 damage to somebody, like including, and that's not including the stats you get from them. It's like, it just makes it so there's a very, very optimal way to play the game where it's not very fun playing super defensive and not getting picked by whatever, like Stormrazor, Duskblade, or if you are playing like forward and you just get one shot by it, you lose the game immediately since Baron's so powerful right now. But anyway, moving on, there's these Zoe changes, which makes sense. They aren't very big, but like they're moderate nerfs. This champion's been super oppressive, super anti-fun to play against. Sleep's a really interesting mechanic that not a lot of people like. Not a lot of people like this champion because it feels really fun for her to miss her Q. You see an opportunity, and then she puts you to sleep and her Q's back up because it doesn't actually have a cooldown. And she kills you in one hit and steals all your sums and gets, random bullshit from lane. So I'm glad to see nerfs. I'd like to see her nerfed to a 40% win rate so nobody ever plays her again. Tanks. Tanks haven't been feeling so hot in recent patches, so we're taking this opportunity to put more durability into their kits. It's because everybody has percent HP damage now, and it's put on every item. And true damage is abundant all over the game. So let's see. Wow. Amumu. You know what Amumu needs to be viable? 3% bonus armor and bonus magic resist when he uses Z. That's gonna change everything. Think about it. You're taking approximately 3% less magic damage and physical damage. Well, not really, but you're getting 3% bonus armor and magic resist after you eat somebody. That's gonna solve his problems with his early clear, right? That's gonna solve the problem of him getting invaded, him being very one-dimensional. Like, he needs power in his case. You can't just give him, like, oh yeah, 3% bonus armor and magic resist when he uses Z. Like, that's not going to change anything. You have to change either items or him. He's just going to be useless regardless. Leona W buffs. 14 seconds to 10 seconds. Scaling, like, yeah, Leona got buffed. Leona mains are going to like this. Does it really do anything? No. Leona's still weak. She still has the same problems in her kit. You can't use her kit right now because she doesn't fit the meta, because the meta is so dictated by the items in the game. Like, okay, move on. Nautilus. W base shield decreased slightly early, increased at later ranks. W maximum health scaling decreased at later ranks. W duration and cooldown decreased. So base shield goes from 65 to 85, 60 to 100. That's not bad. Shield scaling 9 to 17% max health to 9 to 13% max health. That's pretty annoying. This you're definitely going to feel that a lot more than you're going to feel the base shield. Like, this is a lot more impactful than this change. And the fact that their duration is going to 6 and they're decreasing the cooldown on it is... It offers more opportunities, or it offers less opportunities for trading into Nautilus because it's up more often, but it also disappears quicker. So you have like a lower uptime on it. I don't know. I don't really like the change, but you know, they do them. W bonus resists increased. So the bonus armor and bonus magic resist increase is not going to change a thing about Rammus. His play pattern is the exact same. He's going to have, what, at rank 5 W, he's going to have 5% more MR and 10% more armor. Like, that's not going to change the fact that he's just going to get kited, or somebody's going to buy a QSS, or you're only picking him into 580 comps. Like, change something about his kit that makes him a real champion. Like, don't just tack on, like, these... I don't know. I don't think this is the right way to go about fixing him, but... Like, make his ult useful. Make it do damage. Or... I don't know. Do something. Like, these changes just feel super... super weird. I guess now might not be the time to do it since this is right before Worlds, but... I don't know. W... Just fix the items. That could do it. W health gain increased. Maximum health gain from enemies, 3 to 4. Maximum health gain from large enemies, 10 to 15. It's a nice buff to Scion. I like this buff because this is a buff that's not just directly like, oh yeah, we're just, you know, you're still going to get destroyed by true damage, blah, blah, like, you're getting noticeable improvements from farming and, like, properly playing Scion. If you're laning well and you're getting CS and whatever, stealing camps, you're getting extra health over the game, and it makes him unique from other tanks. I don't know. I like that change. So Tom Kench, huge nerfs. Don't even, like, this is just absolutely brutal for him because nobody's using him as an aggressive, like, dueler who's trying to eat enemy champions. Like, that's not his use. His use is to be, like, appealing support, and they literally just doubled the cooldown on his Devour, so he's still gonna have that use, but he's gonna be real he's gonna hurt real bad from it. So burst runes. The high burst damage present in the rune system overall warped lethality and game pacing, so we're pulling damage out of the worst defenders. Yeah, you also need to fix Stormrazor and Duskblade. And, like, a lot of other items that just became so hyper-efficient that the game is relying on items instead of champions and base damages and scaling. Like, I don't know. It's who can abuse the item the best. So, Summonary. Base damage decreased at early levels. Base shielding increased at early levels. Okay, so, 5 less damage. Wow, big deal. Base shielding. 5 more. Jesus, that doesn't do anything. Like, okay, it makes early trades slightly less efficient with Aerie. Does anybody care? No. Electrocute. Base damage decreased, damage ratio increased. 50 to 220, 30 to 180. Okay, that's a slightly substantial nerf. I like it. 0.5 to 0.4 bonus AD. 0.3 to 0.25 AP. 50 to 25, 25 to 20. I don't know if I mean, you're basically just front-loading your damage still. It's just less, which is good. But they also need, they need to fix other parts. Can't just fix electrocute. Celerity, movement speed conversion into adaptive stat decreased. Yeah, this rune is very, very, very strong, so it needed a tone down. Cheap shot base damage decreased at early levels. Okay. Sudden impact lethality and magic pen decreased. Okay, fair. Scorch base damage decreased, cooldown decreased. Okay, that's also fair. It's basically super strong, but everybody's gonna take Gathering Storm now because of that. Cooldown decreased on heal. It's good. It definitely helps it, but I like seeing barrier more than I like seeing heal. I think they should buff barrier. Is that it? Oh, they got new skins. Look at the new skins, guys. New skins. Instead of fixing the game, we got Cosmic Queen Ash, Cosmic Defender Zinzao, because we need another champ or skin for him. Wait, doesn't Ash already have like 15 skins? Ash. Can't I sort them by champion? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She has 9 skins. Why are we getting another Ash skin? Mecha Aurelian Soul. Oh, yeah. Zinzao, doesn't Zinzao already have a ton of skins, too? He has 7. Whatever. Like, this is basically, it's really similar to her other one. This one. Whatever. Whatever. So, yeah, those are my 2 cents on the patch. I don't think it's a very good one. I think they're missing, like, they're nerfing the champions instead of nerfing the items, and the items have become a really big problem in the game. So, I think they're moving in the right direction by decreasing damage. I just think they're going about it the wrong way. I want to see a league that is more similar to this, with damage not being, like, if you look at this clip, right, we have Caitlyn crit. Oh god, that's not okay. So we have Caitlyn's first auto. It crits. It does 574. If this was nowadays, that would do upwards of 1,000 damage because she has Static Shift, she has Infinity Edge, she has Rapid Fire Cannon, she has Fleet Footwork, and Headshot. Like, all of that damage being front-loaded, that'd be over 1,000 damage right there. And you just wouldn't be able to do anything to her because once she gets the initial 1,000 damage, you can't outplay that. And his damage might not be available since he was autoing the tower. But see here, like, he doesn't kill her in like 3 autos like most ADs would do now. Like, he gets 2 abilities plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 autos. Like, there's a big difference. But that's just how I feel. Thank you for watching. Peace.